they'll lynch you. But he did, and he laughs at
You are a different cat. You're a different cat of fish.
Hi everybody, Russ from the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well, my friends, in association with my friends at Untucket. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a bloody good subscribe. Happy Friday, congratulations, we've done another day. Another week's gone, congratulations. Hope everyone is safe and well. And looking forward to all the fun stuff we've got this weekend. Obviously tomorrow we're playing RC Lens in our last friendly before the season kicks off next week. Bloody hell. Time flies when you're having fun, doesn't it? Time flies when you're having fun. We'll see what happens this weekend. We'll see what happens today. We'll see what happens up until the end of the transfer window as well, in terms of who we're going to be bringing in at 5 o'clock tonight. We're going to talk about what potentially we're going to be offering Kosic as a... If we can agree to sell, if Frankfurt agree to sell him to us. But in terms of salary, we talk about the price apparently set by Napoli for Hervan Lozano, and also we talk about Watford's Ismail Assar as well, in terms of the price apparently set for him as well. But anyway, hope everyone is safe and well. Today is a bit of an open forum today. We do on a Friday. We sort of have a open forum. Also, we should have a video from Harry this week. Next week's the premiere. Next week we're having the premiere of Holly's new show as well. All exciting stuff. We got Ray in nice and early. Scamacca is going to be an absolute legend. We're going to love him, and he's going to do the same to us. Can't wait for the season to start. Going to finish 6th. As I said, if you want to join our little fun game, it's just a Google form. You go into it. The link's in the chat, and you can say where you think West Ham are going to finish this season in terms of the league, the European Conference League, the FA Cup, Carabao Cup, that type of thing, just so you can have a bit of fun. And the winner will win a prize. TB decided. But no, that should be fun. And obviously we've got a fantasy football league as well, if you want to get involved with that. I've made the decision already to put Scamacca in. I had Antonio in, but I've swapped him out because he's £500,000 cheaper. Will I live to regret that? Who knows? If we get a proper left back and on another striker, 5th or 6th. So Pete, go on and do it yourself. Don't give us this is now. You can. This will be up until the end of until the kickoff for the Man City game. After that, no chance. So you get in early. I think it will be... No, it's not. It's me today. Jan, hope you're well. Luke's in the chats. Gianluca and Attacker is Gianluca's an attacker. His second name's Scamacca. Every goal's a cracker for the West Ham family. I like that when I'm fresh. Mitch, good afternoon to you. Seems like Brozier's off the table. I think Brozier's going to be off the table for a permanent deal. That's the way I've sort of read it. In that it looks like Tuchel doesn't want to sell him, but I was reading something about Real Madrid getting involved. What the hell's going on with that? So I hope you're well. Ludders, Gaz in the chat. David, hope you are well. Real Madrid have inquired about Brozier. I would like Tellier, but think it will be Dennis. I think we've got... tonight... as I said, it without even thinking about it today, it was like... I was doing the show for Hammer's Headlines and writing it up, and it's like wingers, all left wingers, the three of them, so there's definitely something going on. Brian, hope you are well. Everyone's talking to each other. Has Ram gone to Leipzig? It's fallen through by all accounts. It fell through a couple of days ago actually, so I'm surprised people haven't reported it. So possibly, but and then you're looking at £25-30 million, isn't it? Arguably that would probably kibosh the likes of Sarr, Lozano, something like Dennis would probably kibosh that. Maybe I reckon you could probably get Rom, and probably when you wouldn't get Nana. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Is it open Friday or casual Friday, fish and chips Friday? It's Kebab Friday. It's always Kebab Friday for me, mate. Apparently, £30 million Newcastle put bidding for him. That's apparently what about it's £29.3 million. Apparently, what won. I don't know why it's so precise. Anyway, I had pizza yesterday at an Italian restaurant in order of the new Macca. Any name update? No. Alan Dunn, evening from Australia, Russ. Hope you're well, Alan. Good to see you, man. Cop Trooper, afternoon. Hope you're well. David, everyone's talking to each other. I love it. Everyone's talking to each other. Ramdil is back on. Well, it's not back on, but it's the option is to go back in. I don't think he would kill the Kosic move. I think because Kosic can play left forward. You know, he's a winger, really. He's a winger by trade. In the same way that you bought when we bought Arthur Masuaku, he loved the fact that he wasn't a defender. I'm not a defender, and I don't think Kosic is a defender. So for me, actually, I could see them both coming in, possibly. It's back on. Okay, also, well, we'll see what happens. Don't want Sarr. I think it depends about the value, I think, to be honest. If anyone wants to come for a chat, feel free. I'm going to put the link in the description. If you fancy coming on, you haven't been on before, please join us. Come on, as long as you've got a good internet connection, that's all you really, really need. But yeah, if you want to come on and talk about who's next? Who's next? I want one word in the chat. You can pick your Davy Moyes / Rob Newman. Who's going to be the next signing that comes through Dort West Ham? Let's see in the chat. Just put one word, one name. Whether it's Kosic, whether it's Onana, whether it's Cornet, whether it's whatever. Let us know. I heard the Frankfurt manager says Kosic will be. Well, he thinks he could. I mean, he played when they played Astoria Waldorf on Wednesday. Kosic played. I think he played the whole 90, scored and set one up. So there we go. Look at us, sign striker. Now we're getting. I know. Picky innit. Beggars can't be choosers, Luke, and especially you. Kosic. 4 for Kosic. 1 for Thomas. 1 for Nana. Ram, Kosic, Tony Cottee. I think he might be a bit old, bless him. Old TC. Kosic. It seems there's an overarching. Well, apparently, by all accounts, what we've heard, what we've seen, what we've heard, what we've read, there's a meeting today between the agent Alessandro Lucci and Philippe Kostic today about where his future lies. Does it lie with Frankfurt or does it lie with West Ham? I mean, Frankfurt put a price on his head. 20 million euro. It's about 16, 17 million quid, isn't it? So we'll see. They played no, they didn't. No, it wasn't the Waldorf side. No, it was. It's named exactly the same, but I think it's third division German side. Who is the defender we're after on PSG? Diallo, Abdou Diallo. Phil Jones says Gaza. Okay. Kosic, Diallo, Frankie Mack. Oh, Abdoulaye Diallo. No, exactly. Abdoulaye Diallo. I think we spoke about him yesterday. Gaza on the Hammers headline, so you can go and check him out. I think he's a good shout. Holgate says Freedom Sounds. Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one, isn't it? But again, it's like I could see something like that being a stopgap for a Gerd. Do you know what I mean? Rather than going out, I know I appreciate it's a strange one, but I can see it happening because, to be honest, we need someone to come in and provide cover for a Gerd. Obviously, we've got Dawson, we've got Ogbonna, we still got Diop. We could get in someone like Holgate, for example, on loan, or for not a lot of dollar, and then sell Diop, get the money back, and then reinvest that. I don't know. I think it's Diallo on loan for an option to cover for a Gerd. Apparently, he can play left back. He can play left back as well. That's what I mean. So he could come in and play left back in terms of, be the sort of the successor to Cresswell potentially. Who knows? Would be happy with Kosic and Onana and a second striker. Maybe that South American chap, Julo, not Swinglo. It's Julo. Or J-Lo. I think he's actually spelt J-Lo. But yeah, he's 29 though, Bordeaux, but 7 to 9 million quid, so could be a good one to get on board potentially. I don't know. There is indeed. Let me put the link in the chat. It's the old fantasy football league team. I think I've smashed it this year. But then what happens is I always give up after about 10 minutes. Right, let's go in and put a link in the chat. Invite people to join. Let's put this in the chat. The link for the Fantasy Football League is in the chat. If you're already in there, then you can click on that and it should automatically put you into the Fantasy Football League. How many people we got so far? Let's have a look. We got we got quite a few. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, about 20 odds, 20, 25, that's not bad. Totti, I don't think he's retired, there we go. Has Scamacca had a pre-season in Italy, and if not, will be fit for the seat? He has trained, I think. Obviously, he might not be as intensive as the Premier League, for example. He's obviously, I reckon he'll be on the bench at the City game, in all honesty. I think he will be. You're right. He probably needs, I think, the next game, the away game, I think he's more likely to feature. Gives him another week, possibly, or getting ready for the Europa qualifiers for the Europa Conference League. Obviously, that's sort of heading up a little bit. We sort of got a bit of an idea who we're going to be playing and who we're not going to be playing. We're not going to be playing the likes of Fiorentina or let me bring it up. I was reading it today, but it's very confusing. Hammers Chat did a good shout about it actually the other day, in terms of what but didn't really go into much detail in terms of who we're likely to play. But actually, I did. I think want to cash in to sell, not only the cash it yet. But I suppose if he's a disruption to the dressing room, then maybe. We all turned our nose up to Craig Dawson, didn't we? What's happened to Velocity? Nothing. It's all gone quiet. I have no idea. I imagine it will probably be on the YouTube channel. They do tend to drop it on the West Ham YouTube channel, to be fair. The only one obviously they didn't was the Rangers game, but that was away to Rangers, and Rangers did the same thing with the Tottenham game as well. People who play for the whole season are odd. Yep, exactly. I only play it for about 2 weeks and I get excited. Lunch today. Oh, lunch. Cheese salad roll from the bakery. Hooray! So, Strawberry Crisp, a white Twix bar, and a gypsy tart. Who are you calling a gypsy tart? Washed down from some fruits, summer fruit squash. Nice. Just hope we don't have some cringy song like that cringy Shut Up in Your Face. I'm still trying to work the song Zambuca. Gianluca Scamacca, you gave me. I don't know if it's going to work, but does Moyes start? You don't know Moyes. I think it's going to be Antonio. Evening, grumpy old Ben. Hope you're well, my friends from the Philippines. We've got Philippines, we've got Australia, we've got everyone. Nice to see everybody. If anyone fancy getting on the chat, give us a shout and we'll get you on. Ken see him on the bench. Ian, if Ant isn't doing the job. Yep, I agree. Also, the Football League kicks off tonight, doesn't it? Is it Burnley tonight? So good luck to Josh Cullen if it is. I've already given you have indeed fresh. So just in case anyone's interested, obviously the draw's going to be next Tuesday. Now I'm typically at work, so I'm not going to be around. Anton hopefully will be around to do the draw on Tuesday. Obviously, in terms of what happens on Tuesday, all we're doing is given the tie, so we can be one of either two clubs. So we don't know who we're going to be playing until that tie's been confirmed. In terms of that tie's been finished. So West Ham will play the winners of That's how that works. Now we've been seeded, which is great news, because otherwise we could have had a bit of a. Well, let me show you. Can I get bigger? I'll show you who we are not going to be drawn against. Let me just make that wider. Can I make it wider? Oh, I can't do it. So we're not going to be drawn against. We're not going to be drawn against Villarreal. We're not going to be drawn against Brøndby, Basel, Slavia Prague, Panathinaikos. This is obviously just for the qualifiers. We're not going to be drawn against the young boys, Dundee United, AZ. Looking at some of the names we're going to be drawn against: Istanbul, Maccabi Tel Aviv, Partizan Belgrade, Molde, Anyone else you've heard of? Rapid Vine. We're not going to be against Fiorentina, against FC Con. We're not going to be drawn against Fenerbahce. So we're not going to be we're not going to be drawn against these types of players, these teams, because we've been seeded. They're still waiting on the seedings. So teams like Nice, who else have we heard of? Lindstrom, who else? Leski, Sofia, Anderlecht. Anyone else? 20 in terms of the Dutch side. CSK, Sofia. Split. These guys haven't been. I mean, they haven't been seeded, so we could be playing some of these guys. So we are playing, and what happens is, so once these, they then draw. So on Tuesday, is it? I think it's on the actual draw day. They sort of take them down into 4 groups. So it's not just. I don't understand why, but they put them into. They seed them into 4 groups. It's going to be very confusing. But we're not going to. But we're seeded, so it means we shouldn't be drawn against the likes of. We won't be drawn against the likes of Fiorentina, for example. We could. I'm trying to think. Spurs got drawn against. That was a Portuguese side. I think they're still in it, so we'll see. And then we'll find out whether we're home or away as well. What we got here? Reckon second leg could be the Homer's train strike. It's supposed to be on the 18th of August. Bloody typical, isn't it, Pete? Russ, I wanted to thank you for introducing all to Peach. I love Fridays during lockdown when he would cheer us up by joining the channel. He will be sorely missed in terms of Peach, and I'm sure you guys were all aware of the great stuff of the great man. Unfortunately, passed away. I think his funeral was yesterday, I believe, by all accounts. And yeah, I'll put where's the GoFundMe page? I'll put the link to the GoFundMe. Where is it? I have to find it. I have put it on the chat before, but we're trying to raise. I mean, we've raised the money for the Champions Stone, but obviously we want to raise as much money we can to send it back to Peach's family. Obviously they're not in the best of health either. The dad, Barney, and the mum, bless her. So anything we can do to help them. The West Ham family always comes up trumps, doesn't it? Right, okay, there's the link. I'm going to put the link in the chat in case anyone, if you can, great. If you can't, no worries at all. We've raised over £2,000 for him now, which is phenomenal. We only put out, Gatesy set it up, he put a grand down, but that was done within about 3 or 4 hours. It was mental. But yeah, so sadly missed, but he'll be watching over us, loving the fact we've signed Scamacca. And yeah, top man. He was a top man. Hopefully draw with us somewhere not too far away. Well, I mean, there's a number of there's a few sort of Northern Irish teams like Sligo Rangers. I don't think we get drawn against. Who's Joseph and Nang on loan to? Is it St Patrick Athletic? Yeah, I think so. I think they're playing CSK Sofia, so we don't get drawn against them or something like that. But anyway. Oi, Hammers, hope you're well. Hope you're Dave. Nice to see you. As I said, if anyone fancies a chat, more than happy for you to come on and have a chat about everything. If you're seeded, why are we playing? We're seeded in terms of the guys needing to qualify. Everyone needs to qualify. No one goes in directly in terms of the in terms of the conference. We go in at the playoff stage, same as all the seeded teams, same as the Champions Paths. So people who drop down from the Champions League and from the Europa League, qualifiers as well as the people who started back in mid-July or the beginning of July with 3 qualifying rounds. There's something like 180 teams. We did a thing right there, I think it was early July. We did a whole show about it. And if you can't find that, Gio did one on Hammer's chat the other day. Hammer, hope you're well. Nice to see you. Good day from the land of Oz. Lots of Australian guys in today. Nice to see Lee. Good afternoon to you. Newish subscriber. Enjoy your work, mate. Thank you, Stephen. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. Gary, Slinger Rovers. Yeah, they're in there as no. They're in there. And also St Patrick Athletic as well. Who... Jason Benang's on loan too. Villarreal must be favourite. Well, at the moment, but don't forget we get all the guys from the third place group stages of the Europa League drop in, and there'll be some big clubs. I mean, you look at, Roma won it. I found Villarreal aren't necessarily the favourites. I think we could be the favourites. We got to the semi-finals of the Europa League. We've beaten Sevilla, who were second in La Liga at the time. Villarreal aren't not that. And don't forget, we've got a little sort of agent in the camp in terms of Pablo Fornals, who we bought from Villarreal, so he'll be able to give us all of the information. Hello from the Emerald Isle. Mrs. Budden and Flo are going to be over in the Emerald Isle on Sunday. Going to have a few days on with their friends, leaving me with a dog. Nice. Thumbs up, everyone. Indeed, if you are new and there are a few new subscribers, nice to see you all. But if you aren't subscribed and you're going, well, basically, I would subscribe if I was you. I'd hit the bell notification. We've got some really cool ex-player interviews coming up very soon. Just trying to sort of coordinate diaries. Some who, I guarantee some of you can't remember, which is great. As well as some celebrity fans as well. And obviously we sort of we kick-started the My Hammers 11 series, which I used to do on the old channel, and so we've got a lot of fans signed up for that, and sort of celebrity fans and West Ham ex-players and stuff like that. We had Mark Simmons on there. Mark is a comedian. He's been on Mock the Week. He's a fantastic. He's like one of those one-liner comedians. Really, really nice guy. Big West Ham fan. Probably one of the only beneficiaries for our European, in terms of our Europe sort of campaign, in that Saturdays he's usually gigging. So he's usually somewhere up in, I don't know, Birmingham or someone like that, so he doesn't get to see a lot of games on Saturdays, but now the Sunday games he can. He's obviously he's about to go on the Fringe, and he'll be in Edinburgh for the whole Fringe, so check it out. And he's got shows all over the country. He's got one in London in mid-November. I think he's got Chelmsford, as well as all over the place. He's a really, really funny guy. Also this week we'll have the preview. Anton's going to be putting up a preview for the RC Lens game. That'll be probably put up tomorrow. Obviously we've got Hammers headlines tonight. We've got where we have all the 3 transfer rumours, as always. On Sunday, you guys asked for it, so we're doing it. We're doing another episode of Hammers in Hot Water, where we're talking about the late Joey Beecham, who Joey passed away sort of beginning of the year, actually, but famously was only at West Ham for 58 days, and was homesick, and so we do a sort of deep dive of that, of the transfer, what happened afterwards in Joey's life and his career. There's interviews from like John Moncur in there and stuff like that. So check that. That'll be on Sunday about 9:30 in the UK in the morning. So something for you to watch, with the nice dry weather we're going to be having. Also, hopefully we will have as well is maybe some reactions to the Lens game as well, which will be quite interesting. What we got here? Everyone's talking. Yeah, okay. Czech Republic. Irish Hammer in the Czech Republic. Brian, are you on holiday in the Czech Republic, or do you live in the Czech Republic? Let us know, my friend. Everyone's asking. Razor lives in Clifton Springs, Victoria, mate. Put another shrimp on the barbie. I'm gonna say top 5 finish Europa League Carabao Cup winners. Well, Harold, go onto the Google form, put in your predictions. And saves me having to do it on a spreadsheet, and that will close as of the next Sunday. The winner wins something nice. Do we offer Souček a new contract? I would hope so. Hopefully we can get Kostic over the line. I hope so. We are offering him a very, very, very good package in terms of. Now, I was thinking about looking at the Scamacca deal, and clearly he hasn't gone for that. I mean, he's doubled his money. I think he was on about 30 grand at Sassuolo. Now he's on about 60, but that's not a lot, is it? In today, I mean, it's a lot for us. It'd be lovely. 60 grand a week. I'll take 30 grand a week. I'll take 10 grand a week. I'll take 5 grand a week. But It doesn't seem a lot, and that to me sort of show. And if you've watched, go and watch the James Richardson interview if you haven't seen it on the club website. I think it's very, very good. I enjoyed it. But for me, he was very much, he's coming here because it's the right move for him. He's not coming here for the money. Kostic is slightly different, I think, in that he's slightly further along his career. He's about to play Champions League football. He's about to also go and, come to the end of his career, end of his contract with Frankfurt at the end of next summer. So it's going to take something to move him. So it would be money, and I think we've offered him quite a nice package, to be honest. We'll talk about that at 5 o'clock tonight. Is there a shock rumour that someone like Besiktas is interested in Masuaku? You never know. Scamacca Golden Boot, could you imagine? 2 early predictions, we'll wait till the end. Greeno, no. Okay. I like Mark Simmons. I like Dim too. He's very, very funny. Very, very funny man. That sort of one-liners. I like one-liners. Alan's is in. Oh, nice to see. I'm with the Melbourne Hammers, mate. Nice to see. Any news on what the game is that on YouTube? I would imagine, John, if they can, they'll put it on YouTube. The club will put it on YouTube. They've done it recently for some of the other games, haven't they? So yeah. Morning, Scott. Hope you're well. Good morning to you. Afternoon, Narky. Big love to all my Hammers, indeed. Latest on Phil Jones. Jerry O'Brien on a freaking cut. Oh, I think Joey, bless him. I think he's coming to the end, to be honest. According to the official website, the game will be streamed live for Hammers supporters. Imagine it'd be YouTube. Would love to see a left back ball in. I think we all would. I think that's the next thing. We've covered. After over 1,000 days, we've got the striker. And we did a whole thing yesterday about our sort of history with strikers, which isn't great. Let's be honest, it's not great, particularly the modern history. Not great at all. So now I think. For me, it's left back. I'd say even more than left wing, it's left back because we've got enough players to cover left wing. I think maybe not the right players, but we've got players to cover it. It's left back for me. That's who I want. Top goal scorer was 21. Even a very average would have had that last season with the service you put in the box. Yeah, probably right. I'd take Phil Jones on loan, says Scott. Are we going to see Diaz come in terms of Brenton Diaz? We could do with strengthening up top. I think with Diaz, with BBD, there's a risk involved with that signing. Do you know what? There's a real risk because he had a fantastic purple patch for Blackburn, and then that was it. Nothing more from him really. So let's see. Let's just wait and see with that. I think he could be. Well, I reckon there's about 5 people who could play that sort of left side, left forward position. So we'll wait and see, man. We'll wait and see. Kevin, go and just go and do it on the right at the beginning. Go right to the top, and there was a link. If not, go and look at us on our page on the community tab, and there's a link to the form. You can fill it in yourself. Would imagine you can get the lens game on that channel that has goals and opposition of she's in it of opposite. I don't know. Anyway, yes, and we'll be doing the preview anyway, so there'll be a preview coming up, so we have to wait and see. It's a priority. I totally agree. If we get Kostic and a decent left back, we'll be a very dangerous team. I think we're a very dangerous team now with a striker. So I've been crying out for the last 3 years, at least. Anyone know how to get to the match centre on the official? Since they updated it, I can't find it. No idea, ladders. I think BBD could be another Hugo. Did anyone see on Twitter where they did the Hugo, I want to come out and see the bubbles. And they did it with Scamacca. It was quite funny. I'd like to try and sign Luke Shaw. I think it's a great shout. I mean, Gio said it on Hammer's chat, but it's a great shout. Luke Shaw, great shout. Ram, Kostic, Anana, or AR, and were goods, and Brozier. Bloody hell, Brian, you're not asking for much, are you, mate? Ram's going to cost you 30 million. Kostic, say 16 million, so that's 46 million. Anana's going to cost you 35 million, so that's 81 million. Brozier, I think Brozier would be a loan, but you'd probably have to pay a loan fee. That's the best part, probably about 85 million quid there, my friend. on top of the other 80 million quid we've already, but that's 100. That's roughly, that's over 150 quid, 150 million, which is basically what we said we had available. So yeah, maybe. Rent Boy's adamant that we can't get Brozier. I see online. You can't get him on loan. Also on a permanent deal. I think if we did get him, I think he'll go on loan somewhere. Brian would be a top 3 team with it. We certainly would be. I'd like Luke Shaw. Then I'd rather Luke Shaw than Luke Thomas. Me totally. Yeah, absolutely. I think it'd be great. Luke Shaw on a free transfer. Great shout. Just joined the FF. I've signed Lingard, who will remain on the bench. I used to do that. With Frankly, I used to do 2 teams. I used to do one team, which was my team, and the second team was a West Ham team. And it was basically buying anyone with a West Ham connection. So at the time, it was easy because it was like Defoe, it was Lampard was still there, Carrick, Joe Cole was still playing, David James, Glenn Johnson. It was really easy. Now it doesn't work. Now it doesn't really work here. Would have liked to see Rahm here, but I think that boat is sailed. I think so. I think it's probably sailed. And I think it's similar to the Serie A. I mean, there's a big hoo-ha in Italy about Scamacca leaving Serie A, and I think that's the same with Bundesliga players in terms of they tend to stay in Bundesliga. You know, a few will move, but it's not a common occurrence. They tend to stay within the circle. So it might be someone goes to Dortmund, and then they go from Dortmund to Bayern Munich, or they go from Hoffenheim to Leipzig, for example. Then in about 2 years' time, it'll be Leipzig to Bayern Munich, and they seem to sort of like Bayern Munich will get them all eventually. It doesn't, so that might be a similar thing. Breaking news: she loses her libel case, moving swiftly on. There we go. Can't see Man U selling us or let him loan out on loan. No, yeah, but you never know. It's weird. Things are weird, isn't it? But it's a loan deal, isn't it? It's like we wouldn't play him against Man United, but against others. Talking to a Man U fan yesterday, he said, "We are welcome to Luke Shaw. He is brutal." Well worth it, says Brian. We could do, hi, Gio, hope you well. We could do a team of players linked to West Ham that did not sign. That would be quite a long sign. Can't we bring George McSee? But he'd love to. He would love it. Big fan of the channel, George McSee. Love him. Lovely. We've had him on 2 or 3 times this year already. Fantastic. And actually, talking about that, we're going to be doing Anton's going to be doing when we do our match day previews, like Man City game and stuff. We're moving it, making it a lot more interactive. So there's a lot of foreign based fans here. If you want to get involved, we'll be we're trying to get little clip videos and things like that to include for the previews. If you want to get involved, contact us. If you're based in Australia or probably not Ireland, it doesn't really count, bless it, but America, Canada, wherever, India, Thailand, we've got Darren and John Expat in the chat sometimes as well. westhamnetwork@gmail.com. Drop us a note and we'll add you to our list. And the idea is every week we'll have little snippets from various people around the world as well, because I think it's important to show. I'll be happy if we have Lanzini, Benny and Antonio. Yeah, I think if we, as I said yesterday, if we get Kostic in, Antonio is then for me would be an impact sub. I'm still disappointed we didn't get Digne from Everton before he left for Villa. Well, they're offering a lot of money, so Villa are throwing money at people, aren't they, at the moment? Absolutely throwing money. It's ridiculous how much money they're throwing around at the moment. If we keep strengthening like this, I can't see Chelsea letting us have Brozier on loan, as they'll think we're a rival threat. Well, I think that's what Man United did with Lingard in the January transfer window, wasn't it? They thought we were, and we were. I mean, we only finished one place below them, something like that. Yeah. Any chance Mackie gets some? Maybe. I reckon he wouldn't start. I can see him going on for 10 minutes, maybe, just as a stretcher. Just a question: what's happened with Odebeku? Well, he's back in. I was about to say back in the 21s. I think. Does Moyes start with Fab or Areola? I would like Areola to start. I think he's going to start with Fabianski. Not my preference, but there it is. As a Canadian, I would love to have. We've had him on. I'll put it in the chat. We had Craig on. He was one of my most, and we're regularly chatting. Me and Craig. He's a top man, honestly. Let me find it, and I'll put it in the chat. We've had Craig on. There's a whole playlist of all the ex-players interviews we've had. Let me just put this in. Craig's a top man. I'll put it in the chat for you. There we go. That's in the chat. That's a link to the Craig Forrest interview. Good. It was a good fun. Oh no, it's no dogs, no meat eaters, no Irish now. Exactly. Well, I mean, sort of. I know international hammers. I'm looking for further afield than the British and Irish Isles. That makes sense. Because technically Anton's an international hammer, and so he'd be on. But I want to, I love the fact, and we did it a little bit last year, but we're going to be doing a lot more. Is getting sort of this whole idea of this sort of global fan base that we do. So the likes of Wally's always in the chat. Him and Katie, they might go to Stowe's in Philly. And I want to see that. Or we have the Fresno Irons, and they're nutters, and they go, and sometimes they go to away pubs. So if they're playing Chelsea away, they'll go to the Chelsea pub to watch the game. Love all that, particularly the guys like Darren and the Indian Hammers and Kieran. I mean, you get up at silly times to watch the games. So I want to try and harness that. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Please don't say stretcher. All right, okay, I won't. I'd love midfield of Rice, Downs and Souček. Downs stay ahead at the back two. Sits. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, Luke. I think we're going to keep those sort of. I think I can see us going to 3 at the back eventually. If we get Kosic, maybe as a left wing back, but I think we'll keep those 2 there. But we'll see. What's prediction this season? I reckon if we get Ram, wait for it. I think we'll finish 3rd. Wow. I think it's going to be tough. I think every team around, we did a whole thing about the transfer window last week, wasn't it, I think? Every team, I'd say, above us are strengthening. I can't remember if it was, maybe Luke or someone said every team below, not many teams below us have strengthened, but teams above us have strengthened. You look at Man City have strengthened, Liverpool have strengthened, Chelsea have strengthened. You've got Man United has sort of strengthened, but I think Man United will be slightly different. Arsenal have strengthened, Spurs have strengthened, I think very well, to be honest. And then I think we've strengthened really well now. I think we'll continue to. I think a good season for me will be stay the same position, or maybe up a spot. In all honesty, just how I feel, but. The world's going to be a funny place this season with the World Cup in the middle. A lot of players leaving in November, maybe not coming back in January because they're injured as well, and they've been playing God knows how many games in Qatar. So it's going to be it's going to be almost like 2 seasons. So yeah, Sonny Perkins leaves and gets stuck in the Leeds. So much for play. I totally agree. Yeah, he's an absolute superb man. He's Craig Forrest. He's on a little WhatsApp group with us, and he's hilarious. Rahm to Leipzig is all but confirmed. It broke down, but it seems to be back on. Would have thought Lanzini would be perfect for number 10 for Scamacca with his through balls. He should be. 4th in Champions League. Wow. Chelsea won't finish top 4. I think they might be, but that's my opinion. With the current squad 6th or 7th, with Kostic and the quality left back 5th. Well played. Rebecca Vardy has to come up £3 million. Wow. Man City are weaker without Sterling, Jesus and Fernandinho, but then they bought in Calvin Phillips. They've also bought in Haaland. So I think I reckon they're 1 player down, but then they've still got the likes of Mahrez. They've still got KDB. They could push forward. They've still got Foden. They've still got people like Palmer who'll be getting more game time. I'm sure there's going to be another Man City purchase soon. They've also got bloody Julian Alvarez from River Plate. He's going to be I think he's going to be one of those, as I said before, one of those generational stars where he'll be, every while there's a group of players like you sort of got Messi, Ronaldo, Neymar, Mbappe, and then now you've got the new lot, which would be Mbappe, Haaland. He'll be the next one of the next ones. He's going to be a fantastic player for them. Chelsea don't really play with a striker. Lukaku didn't really play with. They play with Havertz as a false 9, really. So I think they've done very well with bringing Sterling in. Dawson will make Haaland look like a championship player without Nobes. This is a bloody good point. I think it'll be Lanzini if he's on the pitch, but maybe Scamacca. I don't know if he takes penalties. He takes direct, indirect. He takes free kicks outside the box. But yeah, Liverpool weak. I don't think they are, mate. I don't think they are. Mane's gone. But Diaz then gets a run in the game. They've still got Jota. They've got Darwin Núñez. I don't think they'll get rid of Firmino. I don't think they've got weaker. They've got Fabio Carvalho as well. I think it's. I think they've all improved. They've all not necessarily improved. They've all had good transfer windows. Weaker means top 5 indeed. Haaland will be in Rose Ed when he meets Ballon Dawson. Oh, I don't think so, mate. I think Haaland's something else, mate. I think Haaland is tailor-made for the Premier League. Tailor-made. But it's going to be interesting to see how Man City change the style of their play to work, because they've never played with like a target man. You can think of Jesus, or even Aguero wasn't a target man. He was a forward. He wasn't. Where Haaland, he's as we said before, he's a backboard as well. He can hold it up, but he's yeah. As long as he don't score in the first game, he can score as many goals as he wants everywhere else. Do you think Scamacca will actually play? I think he'll be on the bench, relaxed, and I think he'll come on. Personally, I think it's a little bit too soon, because it's not just him playing, but the people playing around him. They've got to learn how to play with him. The worst thing we do is we bring in, like when Antonio's not playing, we bring in Bowen, and Dawson still thinks that Antonio is playing, so he plays it long. And that's not the way he Bowen needs it to his feet, or he needs literally just behind the back two, centre back pairing to run onto. So we'll say. Pep said system and style isn't changing when new plays. Well, it will have to, surely. Being realistic, Haaland will be a problem. Lucky if he doesn't get a hat-trick. Surely he'll then get played. He'll get played versus London. It's Saturday, I think we played him, aren't we? But I think I think he'll get like 15 minutes at the end. I don't think he'll start against Lons. Again, it's too. I just think it's too. It's too. But we don't know. Moyes is funny like that, isn't he? He's funny like that. So as I said, we've got plenty coming out this week. We've got Hammer's headlines at 5 o'clock tonight. A few sort of updates on Kosic and Lozano and Sarr as well. We've also got preview of the RC Long game coming up. I think tomorrow morning. We'll also have probably have some reactions from the game as well. And then we might even have a video from Harry tomorrow as well. He's not very well, but he's going to try and put something together for us, because we get some really good feedback from Harry's videos. And then on Sunday, we'll have another Hammers in Hot Water. We'll be talking about the late Joey Beecham. Last few comments, and I've got a skedaddle. Hi Toby. Hope you're well, my friend. What player are you excited to see play at West Ham? Scamacca. I'm buzzing. I think Scamacca will start on the bench. I think you're right. I think Chelsea will struggle to stay top 4. And United will also struggle. United are going to be weird. It's going to be a weird on United, because they're going to get an adjustment period. They're buying good players. Then Sandro Martinez is a fantastic centre-back. Wouldn't mind at West Ham, but a bit small. So someone like West Ham would physically could dominate him in the air, but he's got a great leap. So I know what you mean. It'll take some time. Do you think this whole Zelensky was just a fake release from Italian press? No, I think we probably had an interest in him. But again, did we have an interest? We don't. Yeah, I mean, as I said, we've had 156 players we've been linked to, but there's a Zelensky. That's it, Zelensky. Rumour has had a little bit more traction, so we'll see. I know that we've been linked to his name, and Osama is just as good, if not better. He is. Yep, I know. I say you do, Brian. I can't do it. Yeah. Hopeful of one or two. Well, if we do get a signing, we'll be back giving you the opportunity to get your views. If we do, I thought maybe Friday might have one. I think a few of us thought in the West Ham fraternity, but then like the whole Scamacca thing dropped at 10:30 at night. Do you know what I mean, in the UK? So I think it's a 5:15. Yep. It's 5:15 UK. I think you're right. Cheers, Russ. Looking forward to your Italian yes. My international colleague will probably be on tomorrow morning, to be honest. What is your favourite West Ham transfer so far? Ever, or this for me, it's Scamacca. It has to be Scamacca. My favourite transfer ever. Got to be Paolo Di Canio, surely. I just hope we hammer Forest. We can hope. Just said on Sky that we've given up, and I can't. Yeah, I think we are. I think it came to a point. If we get him for this amount of money, great. If we don't, move on. We've got plenty of people we're linked with, so there we go. All right then, my friends. Well, as I said, if you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. One thing we'll do quickly before everyone goes is we'll do our weekly draw. So anyone who's a channel member, and if you hit join down there, you become a channel member. Every month we do memorabilia, like draws for like signed posters from various players and things like that. But every week in between, thanks to our channel sponsors Untuck It, we get the opportunity to do a free shirt. So it's like not a football shirt, but a proper like button-up shirt. So we will do that now. So they're about 70 quid. They're about they aren't cheap. I'll be honest, they aren't cheap. But let me do this, and we'll do it. So everyone who's a channel member, come on the draw indeed. So we'll run this one quickly. As I said, we've got channel members get automatically entered into the draw every week. We do, and as I said, we do our monthly draw. We'll be doing the memorabilia draw next week, because that'll be the beginning of the month. This is obviously the end of the month now. Let's see who's going to win. Come on, you irons, indeed, Toby. Let's have a look. I reckon it might be Lee Taylor or James Hislop, or even Trev Tube. Could be. Is he going to be Trev? Oh, he's going to be Trev Tube. Is he going to be Trev Tube? No, James Hislop. Congratulations, James Hislop. I don't see the link to join. If you go, I'll put the link in the chat. Just so you've got it. Monetization. Where is it? Membership. Put that in there. Where is it? Copy that. So I'll put the link in the chat. It's a fix, as if. So James, if you're watching, James Hislop, contact us at westhamnetwork@gmail.com, and I'll get all your particulars down, and we'll get that shirt sent out to you. It's a nice button-up shirt from Untuck It. Very good. They're made to be worn untucked, hence the name Untuck It, which is quite good for sort of more of a less felt fella like myself, in all honesty. And the t-shirts are very good as well. Right, okay, guys. So anyway, as I said, keep an eye out for all the content. Hit the bell notification so you don't miss any time we have a show coming out, or we post a show. And until next time, my friends, take care, everyone. Stay safe, wash those hands, stay lucky, stay cheeky, stay positive, stay hydrated. Have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll beat Lons, and we'll start the road to Sunday's game against Man City. As always, I'd like to thank all our channel members at the end of each of our shows. So bye-bye, my friends. Take care. Ciao for now.
It's like a family tree, part of you and part of me. And if we should separate,